Sun Pharma came out with its Q2 numbers, surprising streets, Suyash.
Yes, Shweta, the numbers largely are ahead, from what the street was expecting. I mean, on the profitability front and the revenue front, Sun Pharma has exceeded what the market's expectation was overall. However, margins were slightly softer than expectations. Now, as you can see on your screen, net profit for the quarter was up 5%. This is on a year-on-year basis, coming in at 2,375 crore or so. This was also ahead of what the street was penciling in. Street was actually expecting profit to decline on a year-on-year basis. Now, revenue surged by about 11% compared to a year ago, coming in at 12,192 crore. This was about 1.5% ahead of what the street was expecting. EBITDA, which is earnings before interest, tax, depreciation and amortization, stood at about 3,179 crores, up 7.5% from the year ago period, and it was also about 1% higher than what the street was expecting. Margins, on the other hand, as I pointed out, declined by about 90 basis points or so, coming in at 26.1% and about 10 basis points softer than what the expectations were. The street was expecting a figure of about 26.2%, so 10% softer than the expectations. I was also looking at the stock, Shweta. Before I get to the stock, actually, there are some figures coming out just now. India formulation business overall on a year-on-year basis was up about 11.1% or so. The US sales, on the contrary, declined by about 8% on a quarter-on-quarter basis, but on a year-on-year basis, they were up about 4%. Now, US sales do matter because they were expected to, take be a spoilsport as far as the earnings for Sun Pharma go. They were expected to keep that revenue growth under pressure, but overall the numbers are looking good. And talking about the stock was among the top gainers today. In fact, it was a top gainer in the Nifty pack, surging about 2.5% or so. Now, today's price action marks a significant departure from the bearish trend that we have been seeing playing out in Sun Pharma over the last 15-16 days or so. On the whole, although Sun Pharma has underperformed Nifty Pharma, I was also looking at multiple time charts. Sun Pharma on a 1 month basis is down about 4%. Nifty Pharma, on the other hand, is down about 3.2 to 3.4%. On a 6 month basis, Sun Pharma is up about 15%. Nifty Pharma, on the other hand, is up about 18%. On a 1 year basis, Sun Pharma has given returns of about 7.5%, whereas Nifty Pharma has surged about 9%.
All right, that is of course the stock performance for Sun Pharma, but what are you making of the numbers, Rohit? Beating street expectations, although margins still substantially down by approximately 7.5%.
Well, not really very glued to Sun Pharma right now.
Okay.
But the only thing I just noticed while you were talking is that it's managed to go back to the 2015 highs of that it had made close to 1200, and it's almost back at that number. So yeah, that's sort of what it has done over the last 2 to 3 years.